I met Lily on a dating app. Her profile was magnetic, sharp wit, warm smile, eyes that seemed to know me. We texted nonstop, then met at a dimly lit cafe. Her voice was soft, her stories wild, spinning tales of an estranged family she'd fled at 18. I was smitten. 6 months later, I proposed under a starlit sky. She said yes, her hands trembling, and I dreamed of our future, but cracks appeared. Lily never showed me her apartment, always citing renovations. Her phone stayed silent, yet she'd slip away for hushed calls. I brushed it off. Love blinds you. One night, she arrived late for dinner at my place, her face pale, hands shaking as she clutched her bag. A jagged scar peeked from her sleeve, one I'd never noticed. "What's that?" I asked. She tugged her sleeve down. "Nothing. Old cut." Doubt gnawed at me. While she showered, I grabbed her phone. No lock, strangely careless. Texts to see, mentioned sticking to the plan, and he's clueless. A photo showed her with a man, arms entwined, dated last year. She'd sworn she'd been single for years. My chest tightened. Was she playing me? I confronted her as she stepped out, towel wrapped. "Who's C? Who's the guy?" Her eyes widened. Then she laughed, a sharp, unnatural sound. "You weren't supposed to see that." She sat me down, voice low. "I'm not Lily. I was hired. By your parents. To be your fiancé." I scoffed, but her gaze was dead serious. "They wanted you settled, distracted. Paid me to keep you in line." "My parents?" "They were distant, always off on charity trips." "Why would they?" She showed me emails, contracts, payments, my name in black and white, signed by them. "Why?" I choked out. Her eyes flickered with something like pity. "I needed the money. But I didn't expect to feel something for you." I shoved her hand away. "Get out." She grabbed her bag and vanished into the night that I called my parents, furious. They admitted it, mumbling about your own good. I cut them off, reeling. My life felt like a lie. A week later, a package arrived, no sender. Inside, a USB drive with a video. Lily, in a shadowy room, eyes bloodshot. "If you're watching this, I'm dead," she whispered. "They didn't just hire me to love you. They hired me to keep you from the truth. Check the basement. The locked door. It's not your house." No basement, I thought. But under the living room rug, I found a rusted hatch, bolted shut. Heart pounding, I pried it open. Stairs descended into a damp, freezing void. The air smelled of rot. On the walls, Polaroids of me, smiling, screaming, sleeping, spanning years I didn't remember. Newspaper clippings named me as missing, dead, or worse, under different names. In the center, a cracked mirror. My reflection stared back, but its eyes were black, hollow. It whispered my name in a voice that wasn't mine, lips curling into a grin that stretched too wide. The hatch slammed shut above me. Footsteps echoed, slow, deliberate, not human. They weren't my parents. And I wasn't alone down there. I swiped right on Lily during a lonely night, her dating profile a beacon in the blur of my mundane life. Her photos showed a radiant smile, green eyes that sparkled with secrets, and a bio that read, "Looking for someone to write a new chapter with." Her texts were sharp, funny, pulling me in with stories of a chaotic childhood and an estranged family she'd left at 18. After weeks of late-night chats, we met at a dimly lit cafe, where her laugh felt like sunlight breaking through fog. I was hooked. 6 months later, under a sky blazing with stars, I proposed. She said yes, tears streaming down her face, her hands trembling as she clutched the ring. I imagined a quiet life, us against the world, but cracks started to show. Lily never invited me to her apartment, always dodging with excuses about renovations or messy roommates. Her phone was perpetually silent, yet she'd slip outside for hushed calls, her voice sharp and guarded. I brushed it off as quirks. Love makes you stupid. She'd show up at my place with that disarming smile, and I'd forget my doubts. But one night, she arrived late for dinner, her face ashen, hands shaking as she dropped her bag on my couch. A jagged scar peeked from her sleeve, raw and fresh, unlike anything I'd seen on her before. "What's that?" I asked, pointing. She yanked her sleeve down, eyes darting. "Old injury. Fell as a kid. It's nothing." Her lie hung in the air, thick and sour. I couldn't shake it. While she showered, steam curling from the bathroom, I grabbed her phone. No lock, oddly careless for someone so private. The text chilled me. Messages to see, read. He's still buying it. Keep the payments coming, and I can't do this much longer. A photo, dated last year, showed her laughing with a man, his arm slung around her. She'd sworn she hadn't dated in years. My pulse hammered. Was she cheating? Scamming me? My perfect fiancée felt like a stranger. When she emerged, towel-wrapped, hair dripping, I held up her phone. Who's C? Who's this guy? Her eyes widened, then narrowed. She laughed, a brittle, unnatural sound that sent a shiver down my spine. You weren't supposed to find out like this, she said, voice low. She sat on the couch, motioning me to join her. I'm not Lily. I was hired. By your parents. I laughed, thinking it was a sick joke, but her face was stone cold. They paid me to be your fiancé. To keep you distracted. Settled. My parents? They were ghosts in my life, always off on charity trips, calling maybe twice a year. Why would they care? She pulled up emails on her phone, contracts with my name, payment schedules, my parents' signatures in crisp black ink, instructions to make him fall in love and keep him from asking questions. My stomach churned. Why? I demanded, voice shaking. Her gaze softened, almost sad. I needed the money. Badly. But I didn't expect to care about you. I almost told you. Her hand reached for mine, but I recoiled. Get out, I spat. She nodded, grabbed her bag, and slipped into the night without a word. I called my parents, rage boiling over. They denied it at first, voices tight, then admitted it. We just wanted you happy, son. Stable, my mom said, her tone hollow. I hung up, my world unraveling. My life, my love, it was all a lie. I blocked Lily's number, or whoever she was, and tried to piece myself back together. But the betrayal gnawed at me, a wound that wouldn't close. A week later, a package arrived at my doorstep. No return address, just a plain brown box. Inside was a USB drive and a crumpled note in shaky handwriting. I'm sorry. Watch this. My hands trembled as I plugged it into my laptop. A video loaded, Lily, or the woman I'd known as Lily, in a dark, grimy room. Her face was gaunt, eyes bloodshot, a bruise blooming on her cheek. If you're watching this, she whispered, voice cracking, I'm already gone. They didn't just hire me to love you. They hired me to keep you from the truth. Check the basement. The locked door. It's not your house. You're not who you think you are. The video cut to static, but not before I heard a low, guttural growl behind her. My house didn't have a basement. I'd lived here 5 years, every inch was mine. But her words burrowed into me. I tore up the living room rug, heart pounding, and there it was, a rusted hatch, bolted shut, hidden under a layer of dust. No way I'd miss this. I grabbed a crowbar, muscles burning as I pried it open. A staircase spiraled into darkness, the air below thick with the stench of rot and something metallic. I descended, my flashlight beam shaking, revealing damp concrete walls. Polaroids were pinned everywhere, me. But wrong. Me as a child I didn't remember, me screaming, me sleeping, me with strangers' faces staring blankly. Newspaper clippings hung beside them. Missing persons, murders, accidents, all with my face but different names. Dates stretched back decades, longer than I'd been alive. In the center, a cracked mirror leaned against the wall. My reflection stared back, but its eyes were black voids, leaking a tar-like ooze. Its mouth stretched into a grin too wide, teeth sharp and uneven. You're home, it whispered in a voice that crawled inside my skull, not mine, but somehow familiar. The hatch slammed shut above, the sound echoing like a gunshot. Footsteps, slow, wet, deliberate, shuffled behind me. Not human. Not my parents. My flashlight flickered, then died. In the dark, something cold brushed my neck, whispering my name over and over, each syllable twisting into a scream that wasn't mine. The mirror's reflection laughed, and I realized the scariest truth. Whatever was down here with me wasn't just watching. It was me. Enjoyed the story? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Reddit Tales Time, and hit the bell so you never miss a tale. Loudspeaker got a crazy Reddit story? Drop it in the comments. We might feature it next. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Waving hand.